What are some interesting or fun Christmas traditions you follow? My mom got my brother, 30 meters, and I, 28 meters, personalized baubles for the tree when we were in our early teens. Every year since, we have had a battle to put our own bauble as close to the top of the tree and the others on the lowest point on the tree. It was implied that the tree reflected the hierarchy in the house, so whoever was on top was the big dog and the other was the black sheep. We both moved out long ago, but you better believe his bauble is kissing the ground and mine is hanging off the angel's neck. I 100% expect it to be reversed when I visit next. My great-grandmother always put an orange in our stockings, every single year. It's a tradition that I still keep with my kids and grandkids, except now it is a chocolate orange. I saw a few other comments about this being a tradition in other families as well, and I love that. As others have mentioned, my great-grandmother, my Nan, also lived during the Great Depression, and oranges became the luxury they could afford when they couldn't buy the usual Christmas treats. I love carrying on a tradition that started so long ago in my family. The other tradition is passing down decorations from generation to generation. I have some of my great-grandmothers, my grandmothers and my mothers, and I will start passing on decorations to my granddaughter when she has her own family. I even have some from a friend's mom whom I was very close with. I can look at my grandma's decorations each year and remember it being a part of my childhood. I can even remember where they usually put each piece in their homes. It makes for some wonderful Christmas stories. Started the year I met my wife. I always liked going to the local Christmas tree farm and selecting a tree and cutting it down ourselves. I think we came up with it on the spot, but I wanted to immortalize each tree, so we cut off a sliver at the stump end and made an ornament out of it that would be placed on each tree afterward. My wife decided to write our initials on the stumps with the year. We now 8 tree stump ornaments on our 2020 tree. And a total of 4 initials to include our little girls. I love it. This year, we've added the 4th. It's a special year. Merry Christmas, strangers. I grew up with big Christmas dinners, the whole damn family spread through 2 rooms, big turkey, all the sides, tons of cookies, candy, desserts, etc. I replicated that when I was a young wife with my own family. We had 3 big Christmas dinners, one with my in-laws, one with my side of the family, and one with my own kids and husband. One year, I had 8 people, 1 vegan, 1 who ate no vegetables except potatoes, 1 who ate no foods containing cholesterol or fat, and 2 who were on a high-protein, low-carb diet. I was going crazy trying to figure out what to serve, and I was the only one cooking. Everyone else traveled pretty far to attend. I had several main dishes and a ton of different sides. It was exhausting coming up with food ideas, so each person had at least 2 different foods to eat. After 2 more years of attempting to please everyone, I decided to scale way back. I served nothing but appetizers. Lots of them. Many of them pre-made and frozen that I bought at the store. And it was a hit. Now, there's no Christmas dinner, just Christmas finger food, from fruits to cheese to shrimp cocktail to pretzels and cookies. Nothing terribly fancy, and nothing that requires hours of preparation and or cooking. We love it. I'm never planning and cooking a big Christmas dinner again. Every year we have our own take on the Feast of 7 Fishes. It's basically just us getting a huge box of king crab legs and a case of champagne. We get drunk on the champagne and then scarf down the crab legs. We love it. Well, sit quietly in a dark room due to my depression and anxiety from loneliness. Then watch a bunch of porn to make myself feel better. I wish someone could check up on me and ask if I'm okay. Great fun. We always find time to watch Christmas Vacation. It never gets old. I'm late to this, but whatever, I'll say it anyways. My wife and I had elf on the shelves made with each of our kids' names on them. Christmas Eve night we hide each of their elves and they have to search the house for their elf. They are not allowed to help each other and they get to open one gift, stocking stuffer, that night before Christmas. My kids might look forward more to finding the elf than the morning of. We watch A Very Brady Christmas. This year I think my girlfriend got me a nightshirt like Peter wears. It's going to be sweet. Every year me and my mom makes 100 of biscuititos, and watch 8 crazy nights with snacks. Chinese food on Christmas Day. On Christmas Eve my husband, 7-year-old son and I prepare a whole feast of hot appies, fruit/veg trays and fancy charcuterie plates. We make fancy Christmas drinks too. We lay it all out to graze on, play games, listen to music and hang out. Then we do the same thing all over again on New Year's Eve. It's our own little family tradition. 30 of us grandkids sing a polka written by my great-grandma and her granddaughters playing an accordion and everything with it. Getting shit yourself drunk and arguing with everyone. My family has a tradition of not celebrating it because we're not Christian. We watch all of the Lord of the Rings movies. Extended editions exclusively. Baby Jesus chili dogs. My family is full of church musicians, so often between all of us there's little time to sit down for a nice Christmas Eve dinner. It's always something quick and easy, and one year, Mom made chili dogs. I don't know how we started it, but probably my sister decided to turn her chili dog into the baby Jesus. The bun was the manger, the dog the baby, the chili his blanket and the cheese the hay. Add a face from mustard and you're good. Anyway, it's become a silly tradition but one we all look forward to. Going to the dollar store with $20 and buying stupid gifts for everyone. Going through the replies to this post made my day. So wholesome, heart. My parents used to make us look at lights and we'd get Dairy Queen. I thought it was stupid until I moved away and nobody decorated with lights and Dairy Queen was closed in the winter. I literally drove around and cried and I haven't missed looking at lights with my parents since. My sister and I both work in healthcare, so it's not always actually on Christmas Eve anymore, but we pretend like it is. My dad used to put nothing but numbers on the gifts under the tree. He kept a little notebook in his pockets with what numbers were for who. Kept the mystery alive. They would also hide the big gift somewhere in the house and only wrap a part of it. Maybe a wheel for a bike or a speaker for a stereo. He has been gone for a lot of years now but he really knew how to make Christmas morning exciting. I miss that man more than I can say. We have a tacky gift exchange every year, like lots of people do. Basically a white elephant gift exchange but with really stupid presents. Some highlights are a golf toilet putting set, fake tattoo sleeves, and stupid looking pajamas. Our great-grandmother once put a ceramic horse head into the exchange, and everyone thought it was hilarious. The person who received it that year rewrapped it and put it back under the tree for next year. We've done this for about 20 years, I think, and everyone knows to try and avoid picking the horse head or else they have to display it in their house for the whole year. Nana unfortunately passed away a few years ago, and we agreed to put the horse head to rest at our aunt's house. It was sad, not because we didn't get to re-gift the horse, but because exchange lost its signature Nana flair. Last year, my sister had a custom hat made for her tacky present. On the front there was a photo of Nana holding the horse head, grinning widely, with text reading its back printed along the bottom. It was a riot. And it was a great way to keep her, and the horse's, spirit in the game. We plan on re-gifting it when we can meet up after COVID. As a Polish person, we leave out an extra table setting just in case we find a randa needing a place to celebrate Christmas. Poop in sock. My dad makes blinis on Christmas morning, some with salmon and cream cheese and some with fish roe, the cheap not quite caviar. I'm not sure if it's an actual thing or just our family but I look forward to it all month. We have this thing where we don't see or care for each other. It's a nice tradition, always brings a tear to my eyes. After dinner we make a bowl of rice pudding or some other dessert, for everyone and hide an almond in one of them and whoever gets the almond gets a fun little extra present smile. When I was quite young, 4 to 6 years old, we were celebrating Yuletide festivities at my grandparents' house on Christmas Eve. I had just been introduced to the concept of a Christmas tradition, presumably by asking about all this weird shit that people were doing for no apparent reason. So in my dumb kid brain, everything that didn't seem normal became an official Christmas tradition, which was then set in stone. My grandparents had served a shrimp cocktail platter thing with lots of boiled shrimp and cocktail sauce, along with fruit and chocolate fondue. In retrospect, I'm assuming they did this because it seemed like a good heavy hors d'oeuvres option to feed a large group of people without everyone all having to sit down at the same table at the same time. But I had never seen it before, so naturally this must be yet another one of those mysterious arcane Christmas traditions. And thus, next year I made sure that proprieties were observed and that we had the traditional Christmas fare of shrimp cocktail and chocolate fondue. I'm the oldest grandkid from that side of the family, so it was the first time some child started trying to have cute little opinions and hilariously decide to exert them on others within that extended family. I guess they thought my dogmatic insistence on upholding tradition was sort of adorable and just went with it. But it stuck long enough to become an actual tradition. To this day we have shrimp cocktail and chocolate fondue every Christmas Eve, and all because many years ago, a confused junior Christmas tyrant commanded that it be so.